Hello friends, I welcome you all to this session. So in the previous class, that is in this yesterday's class, we dealt with the chapter of quadratic expressions where we solved all the questions pertaining to very short answer questions, that is 2 mark questions. So today in the same way we'll be dealing with another chapter, that is the theory of equations chapter. The weightage of this chapter is 9 marks. Okay, and one question is VSAQ and another question is long answer question. So this is 2 marks and this is 7 marks. So total the weightage of this chapter is 9 marks. So having said this, let us revisit some of the concepts associated with this chapter. Suppose they were given an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so we are having, this is what, quadratic equation. So let alpha and beta be the roots. We know that the sum of the roots, the relation is given by alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a, and product of the roots is given by alpha beta is given by c by a. But if it is a cubic polynomial or cubic equation, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. In this case, we are having 3 roots, alpha, beta and gamma, right? So here sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Next we are having product of 2 roots, summation of product of 2 roots, that is what I can write it as alpha beta, beta gamma plus alpha gamma or gamma alpha will be equal to c by a, and product of all the 3 roots alpha beta gamma will be equal to minus d by a. Okay, this is for cubic polynomial or cubic equation. Similarly, you can find even for biquadratic, that is where power of x is 4. Another form which they give is, you can use the same form or another form which is to be learnt is x square plus p1 x plus p2 is equal to 0. If this is the equation, in such equation be careful that the coefficient of x should always be made equal to 1. Coefficient of x should be equal to 1. Coefficient of coefficient of x square should be equal to 1. Here what you have to find is, suppose s1 will be equal to what? S1 will be equal to what? Here the root is what? Alpha and beta, because here we are having only 2 roots. So S1 will be equal to alpha plus beta. Okay, S1 will be equal to alpha plus beta will be equal to minus p1, which is same as minus b by a, but instead of a, b, c we are using p1 and p2, and here we will not have a value. Okay, because coefficient of x square is always equal to 1, that is the value of a will be equal to 1, that's it. So S2, that is product of the roots, is equal to p2, that is c by a is equal to 1, that's it. Suppose we take cubic, x cube plus x square plus x, okay, plus this is p1 p2 plus p3 is equal to 0, plus p3 is equal to 0. Okay, so in this case what will happen is, so suppose alpha beta and gamma are the roots. So here what will happen, S1 will be equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma will be equal to minus p1. S2 is what? S2 is alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha will be equal to p2, and product of the roots, that is S3 alpha beta gamma will be equal to minus p3. Similarly, you can find for biquadratic and have another equations or the equations having higher roots. Okay, that is higher powers. Okay, so based on this we'll solve certain questions. You can solve even for, you can find out even for alpha beta gamma delta, which is in your what syllabus and which is also in your Telugu Academy book. Okay, you can refer that. Anyways, let us solve the questions. Most importantly, we'll solve the PYQs based on this chapter. So The first question that is given is, if 1, 2 and 3 are roots of x cube minus 2x square plus ax plus 6 is equal to 0, then find a, that is the roots, that is alpha, beta, gamma is given as 1, 2 and 3. These are the roots of which equation? X cube minus 2x square plus ax plus 6 is equal to 0. Since 1 is a root, okay, if I put the value of 1 for x, wherever x is there, if I put 1 for the value of x, if I put x is equal to 1 here in the equation, in the above equation, this will become equal to 0, then we will be able to find the value of a very easily. So let us substitute the value of x is equal to 1. This will become 1 cube minus 2 to the power of 2 into 1 square plus a into 1 plus 6 is equal to 0. So what will this be? 1 minus 2 plus a plus 6 is equal to 0. So what we will get, friends? 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay, minus 1 plus a plus 6 is equal to 0. So a plus 5 will be equal to 0. This implies a is equal to minus 5. This implies what? A is equal to minus 5. Got it, friends? This is the correct answer for this question. This is the answer for this question. So a is equal to minus 5. Very simple question. Next one. They are telling 1, 2 and alpha are the roots of the equation. Okay. Find alpha, they are telling. First of all, they are given the roots. The given roots are alpha, beta, gamma is given as alpha is given as alpha itself. Okay. Beta is, let us take it as 1, and gamma let us take it as 2. We have to find alpha. What is alpha? We have to find. What is the equation that they have given? 2x cube plus x square minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. This is the equation that they have given. I told you while explaining the concept, always the coefficient of highest power, that is x cube or x to the power of 4 or x to the power of 2. If it is quadratic, this is polynomial. I mean, this is cubic, or if it is biquadratic, if it is the highest power, okay, the coefficient of highest power term should always be equal to 1. Here the coefficient is 2, so I have to make it 1. So what I can do here, this implies I can take 2 common. So this will become what? X cube by 2. Okay, x cube by 2. If I take 2 common, okay, this will become x cube by 2, x square by 2. Here x cube by 2 will not become, this will only become x cube. If I take 2 common, this will become x cube. This will be x square by 2 minus 7 by 2 x minus 6 by 2. Okay, minus 6 by 2 will be equal to 0. So further simplifying, this equation will become this, because 2 will go there, this will become equal to 0. This 2 will go there, this will become 0 by 2 is 0 itself. X cube plus x square, that is 1 by 2 x square. Let's write it again. This will be equal to what? 1 by 2 x square minus 7 by 2 x, 6 by 2 is 3 is equal to 0. So comparing it with our standard equation, x cube plus p1 x square, okay, plus p2x plus p3 will be equal to 0. So here we have p1 is what? P1 is equal to 1 by 2. P2 is equal to what? P2 is equal to minus 7 by 2, and P3 is equal to minus 3. That is, we are just comparing this and this equation. We are comparing. P1 is equal to 1 by 2, P2 is equal to minus 7 by 2, P3 is equal to minus 3. We got. Now we know that S1, sum of the roots, that is sum of the root is what? Alpha plus beta plus gamma. That is gamma, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to what? Is equal to minus P1. Okay, alpha plus beta plus gamma. Alpha is what? Alpha we have to find out. Beta plus gamma is what? 1 plus 2. That is alpha plus 1 plus 2 is equal to what? Minus P1. P1 is what, friends? Here P1 is 1 by 2, but here we are writing minus 1 by 2 because of the formula that we are using. So by using this we can solve. Alpha plus 1 plus 2 is 3 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So alpha will be equal to what? Minus 1 by 2 minus 3. So this will become what? This will become equal to, alpha is equal to, if I take LCM, minus 1 minus 6 by 2. So alpha will be equal to minus 7 by 2. So what friends, the alpha value will become equal to minus 7 by 2. So very simple. That's it. So alpha value you will get it as minus 7 by 2. Let us check once again. P is equal to 1 by 2. What is the equation? That is 2x square minus 7x minus 6. Okay, 2x square minus 7x minus 6. Okay, there is some change in the question. See, okay, this is fine. This is also fine. Okay, but in the question actually it is not 1, it is minus 1. Okay, so if the roots are minus 1, okay, let us take it same only, nothing to worry. So if it is given, the given roots are alpha 1 and 2, this is the answer. If given roots are, let us take it, if given roots, it should be minus 1. So if given roots are actually, if given roots are alpha, if alpha, beta, gamma is equal to is another way. That is, if question is changed like alpha minus 1, 2, what will happen? Nothing changes. Here only the calculation changes. So S1 will be equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma will be equal to minus P1. So S1 will be equal to what? Alpha is what? Alpha we don't know. And beta value, let it be minus 1 plus gamma is 2 is equal to minus P is what? Minus 1 by 2. So alpha minus 1 plus 2 will be equal to what? Alpha minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 comma plus 2 will be equal to minus 1 plus 2 will be equal to plus 1. This will be plus 1 is equal to minus half. So alpha will be equal to minus half minus 1. Okay, so that will be equal to, alpha will be equal to minus 1 minus 2 divided by 2. So alpha will be equal to minus 3 by 2. So that is, if one of the roots is plus 1, you will get this. If one of the roots is minus 1, you will get this. So there was some change in the question. Actually in the PYQ that is minus 1. But it is a printing mistake. We got it as plus 1. So nothing to worry. But approach you should understand. Anyways, let's move to the next question, friends. So alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the equation 4x cube minus 6x square plus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then find the value of alpha, beta, beta, gamma plus gamma alpha. Let me check the question. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Okay. So they have given the roots of, they have given the equation 4x cube minus 6x square plus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, this is what they have given. They are asking us to find alpha, beta, beta, gamma plus gamma alpha, that is summation of product of the roots. So for summation of product of the roots, we can directly use this one. We have the standard equation form, that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. When this is the root, when we have three roots, alpha, beta, gamma are the roots. Okay, we know that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to what, friends? Is equal to minus b by a, and alpha, beta, which is required in this question, beta, gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to what? Is equal to c by a, and alpha, beta, gamma product of the roots is equal to minus d by a. Okay, now let us compare this equation with this equation. If we compare, what you will get? A is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 6, and c is equal to 7, and d is equal to 3. They are asking what? They are asking alpha plus beta, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha will be equal to what, friends? Will be equal to c by a. Should be equal to c by a. What is the value of c here, friends? The value of c is 7 and value of a is 4. So this is the required answer. I write it correctly. So the required answer is 7 by 4. Okay, I think the question is correct. Okay, as per the question, this is 7 by 4. This was asked in which year, friends? This was asked in 2022. Very simple question based on this one. Next one, friends. Alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the equation x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 4 is equal to 0. Then find alpha. Okay, similar to the first question only. They are asking, then find alpha. Let us check if the question is correct. Yes, it is correct. Okay, minus 4 is equal to 0. Then find alpha. Alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the equation. Okay, what is given? The given x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 4 is equal to 0. So, what is the roots that they have given? Alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the equation. Then find alpha, they are telling. Okay, then find alpha, they are telling. But here they have not given even a single root. Okay, we need 3 roots, but they have not given even a single root, but they are asking us to find only alpha. So let us compare it with our standard equation, friends. So our standard equation is what? X cube plus p1 x square plus p2 x plus p3 is equal to 0. So I am comparing what you get here. Coefficient is already 1. Okay, so nothing to take common here, no need to change this. Okay, so because here coefficient should be equal to 1, but it is already equal to 1, so no need to do any modification. Let us compare. So p1 here is what, friends? P1 is here is minus 6, p2 here is 9, p3 here is minus 4. So what will happen on solving? What we should do? They are asking us to find alpha. So first, if we take S1, that is sum alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, let us check if the question is correct or wrong, or if there is any modification. Then find alpha. Okay, actually in this question it is not alpha, beta, gamma. Here the roots are alpha. Here there is printing mistake. The roots are, sorry for that, the roots are alpha, comma beta, comma 1. Okay, alpha, beta, sorry, not alpha, beta, gamma, it is alpha, comma 1, comma 1. So the given roots are, given, that is beta and gamma are given. We have to find alpha. So here the roots are alpha, beta, gamma is given as what, friends? It is given as alpha, comma 1, comma 1, alpha, comma 1, comma 1. That is what it is given. Okay, so this was asked in the year 2024, that is in the previous year, also in 2018, also in 2016. So it's a very important question. Got it, friends? So we have beta and gamma is equal to 1. Now if you substitute here, okay, S1 is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is equal to what? That is equal to minus p1. So we have to find alpha. Alpha, we'll write it as it is. Beta is what? Beta is plus 1. Beta is given as 1 and gamma is given as 1. Minus p1. So minus of minus 6. Okay, alpha plus 2 is equal to plus 6. So alpha will be equal to what, friends? Alpha will be equal to 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. So alpha will be equal to 4. That's it, friends. So alpha will be equal to 4. This is the question. I hope it is clear to you. It's a very simple question. Next, if the product of the roots of the equation is 9, if the product of the roots of the equation is 9, then find alpha. It is not alpha, then find a, they are telling. So they have given the equation as 4x cube plus 16x square minus 9x minus a is equal to 0. Okay, this is the equation that they have given. So let us compare it with our standard equation, that is ax cube plus bx square minus, so this is plus x, cx plus d is equal to 0. Okay, if the product of the roots of the equation, here it is what? It is what? Cubic polynomial or cubic equation. That means it is having 3 roots, that is alpha, beta, gamma are the roots. We know that product of the roots. What do you mean by product of the roots? Product of the roots for cubic polynomial is given by what? Alpha, beta, gamma is given by minus d by a. Sum of the roots is alpha plus beta plus gamma is given by minus b by a, and summation of product of 2 roots is given by c by a, and product of 3 roots alpha, beta, gamma is given by minus d by a. So here the value of this is given as 9. We have to find the value of a. Okay, here let us compare this with this given equation. So a is equal to what? Here this a will be equal to 4. Okay, this b will be equal to 16. Okay, this c will be equal to minus 9. This d will be equal to a. Okay, this a is different, this a is different. So let us take this a. This a is different. Let us use different color for this a. This a is different. So this is from standard equation. You have to find out this a. Okay, so this is from the standard equation. So alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. So this product is given as what? This product is given as 9. They have already given it as 9. Okay, so using that we can solve this as alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. What is d here? D here is minus a. And what is the value of this a? This a is 4. This is equal to what? 9. So what is the value of a? A will be equal to, this implies minus a is equal to 4 9s are, this is equal to 36. So the value of a will be equal to, minus 36. That's it, friend. This is very simple question. Okay, you have to be careful with respect to the signs. So a is equal to minus 36. Okay, a is equal to minus 36. But let us check this here. Just a minute. Minus d by a. Product of the roots is given as 9 or minus 9. This is minus a, right? So d here will be minus a. Okay, d here will be minus a. So d is minus a means this will be minus of minus a. Minus of minus a. Okay, this will be minus of minus a, friends. So this will become what, friends? This will become minus of minus a will become plus a. So 4 9s are 36. A will be plus 36. So that's it. Simple. Got it, friends? So that's why I told you should be careful with the signs. While comparing, here it is d is equal to, this is 9. Here d is equal to minus a. Got it, friends? So let's move to the next question. Find the transformed equation whose roots are negative of the roots of the given equation. So the given equation is what? The given equation is x cube. That's so let the given equation be f of x be equal to, f of x is equal to what? F of x is given as x cube plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. That is what is the given equation. They are asking to find the transformed equation whose roots are negative of the given equation. Roots are negative means the value of x will be negative. Okay, that means roots are negative means this will be equal to, the required equation is, the required equation is f of minus x is equal to 0. So wherever x is there, I have to put the negative sign. So this will give us, that implies this will give us minus x whole cube plus 5 of minus x plus 3 is equal to 0. So minus into minus into minus, that is this will be minus x cube plus into minus is minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. So the required equation will be, friends, minus x cube minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. That's it. So this is the transformed equation which is having negative roots of the given equation. Minus x cube minus 5x plus 3. Okay, another question which is based on this only. Let me write down that x to the power of 4 plus 5x cube plus 11x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is also a p by q. Okay, this is also a p by q. This is also, they are telling it is having negative roots. Find the transformed equation which is having, whose roots are negative of this given equation. That is, the required equation is f of minus x is equal to 0. So this will become what, friends? So wherever x is there, I have to put minus x to the power of 4 plus 5 into minus x to the power of 3 plus 11 into minus x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x to the power of even power will be what? Positive only. So this will be x to the power of 4 minus 5 into x cube, because this is odd power, minus 11x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation, friends. So this is the required equation. This is another question, make a note of it. Okay, this is also asked in PYQ. Okay, x square minus 5x cube minus 11x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this includes 2 questions. If 3, 4 and alpha are the roots of the equation x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, then find alpha and beta. Okay, then find alpha and beta. So this is the question. If 3, 4 and alpha are the roots of the equation, then find alpha and beta. So then find alpha and beta. Here also there should be some correction when it comes to question. Lot of printing mistakes here in this chapter. It is not 3, 4 because they are already given alpha, beta and gamma. It is not 3, 4 friends. Okay, so it is if alpha, beta and 1 are the roots. 1 are the roots of this equation, x cube minus 2x square plus minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Then they are asking us to find alpha and beta. That's it. Okay, now let us solve this. So the given roots is what, friends? Alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, this is equal to what? This is given as alpha only, beta, comma 1. Okay, alpha, beta, 1. Okay, that is gamma is given as 1. We have to find alpha and beta. What is the equation that is given? That is x cube minus 2x square minus 5x okay, minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So what we can do, we have compared it with the standard equation. When you compare it with the standard equation, what will happen? So this is x cube plus p1x square plus p2x plus p3 is equal to 0. Plus p3 is equal to 0. So now if by comparing, what will happen? So p1 is equal to minus 2, p2 is equal to minus 5 and p3 is equal to 6. Okay, and p3 is equal to 6. So on comparing, you got this. Now what will happen? S1 will be what? S1 will be what? Sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus p1. So alpha plus beta we have to find out. Alpha plus beta, gamma we got it as 1 plus 1 is equal to minus of p1 is what? P1 is minus 2, minus of minus 2. So this will be equal to alpha plus beta plus 1 is equal to plus 2. So alpha plus beta will be equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1. Okay, let us write this as equation 1. Now let us consider product of the roots. That will be easy for us to find because gamma is equal to 1. So let us take gamma is equal to 1. So that let us take product of the roots because we will get it as alpha beta is equal to some value. So product of the roots, that is s1, s2, s3. Product of the roots is alpha beta gamma will be equal to minus p3. Okay, will be equal to minus p3. So alpha is what? We don't know. Beta is what? We don't know. Gamma is what? 1. That is equal to minus p3. That is minus of p3 is what? How much we got p3? By comparing, p3 is equal to 6. So alpha beta is equal to minus 6. So from equation 1, we can substitute the value for alpha. Okay, suppose we take alpha plus beta is given as 1. Okay, alpha plus beta is given as 1. So we can take, using equation 1, alpha plus beta is given as 1. This implies wherever alpha is there, let me take it as alpha is equal to beta minus 1. So put this value in, let this be equation 2. In equation 2, what do we get? What do we get, friends? Alpha is what? Alpha beta is minus 6. Okay, so wherever alpha is there, I should put beta minus 1. So beta minus 1 into beta is equal to minus 6. So if by multiplying this, I will get it as beta square minus beta, if I bring 6 this side, plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so I can take it as what? Where product is plus 6 and sum is minus 1. So beta square, okay, minus 3 beta plus 2 beta plus 6 is equal to 0. So this will become what, friends? If I take beta common, beta into beta minus 3 plus 2 into what I can do? Beta minus 3 beta. It should be plus, right? So let us check. Let us check once. 2 3s are 6. Beta square minus beta plus 6. Some mistake is here. Beta square minus beta plus 6. Let us check the question once. Okay. Is plus 6 or minus 6 in the question? This is plus 6 itself. Okay. So this will be minus 6. So what will happen to this? If I put the value of this is beta minus 1, or it can be written as 1 minus beta. This is not beta minus 1, this is 1 minus beta. This is where we have gone wrong. So alpha will be equal to there is nothing mistake in the question. This alpha will be equal to 1 minus beta. Okay, so be careful. So this alpha will be equal to, or let me take it as beta value only. Instead of alpha, let me take it as beta value. Beta will be equal to 1 minus alpha. Put this in equation 2. Put this in equation 2. So this will become, friends, alpha beta we have it as minus 6. So alpha is what? Alpha only. Beta is what? 1 minus alpha. Okay, that is equal to minus 6. So if I multiply alpha into 1 is alpha, alpha into alpha square is equal to minus 6. So if I bring it this side, alpha minus alpha square plus 6 is equal to 0. So minus alpha square plus alpha, okay, plus 6 is equal to 0. Now here the product is minus 6 and the sum is plus 1. So solving this here, I'll get it as minus alpha square plus 3 alpha, okay, plus 3 alpha minus 2 alpha, okay, minus 2 alpha plus 6 is equal to 0. So alpha into minus alpha plus 3 plus 2 into minus alpha plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, this will become what? Minus alpha plus 3 into alpha plus 2. So alpha value will be here, it will be equal to, here it will be equal to minus alpha is equal to minus alpha plus 3 will be equal to 0. So minus alpha will be equal to minus 3. So alpha will be equal to 3 here. Here alpha will be equal to minus 2. Okay, when alpha will be equal to 3, what will happen to beta? When alpha will be equal to 3, alpha plus beta will be equal to 1. Okay, when alpha is equal to 3, 3 plus beta is equal to 1. This implies beta will be equal to minus 2. Okay, when alpha is equal to 3, beta will be equal to minus 2. Okay, when alpha is equal to minus 2, what will happen to alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is equal to 1. When alpha is equal to minus 2, minus 2 plus beta is equal to 1. So beta will be equal to 3. Got it, friends? So we can write it as alpha is equal to 3, then beta will be equal to minus 2. Alpha is equal to minus 2, then beta will be equal to plus 3. That's all. That's it, friend. We got the value of alpha and beta. Okay, now continuing, find the polynomial equation whose roots are reciprocals of the roots of x to the power of 4 minus 3x cube plus 7x square plus 5x minus 2. That means for the given equation we have to find the polynomial, that is another equation where whose roots are reciprocals. Suppose the roots of this is alpha, okay, then the roots of the required equation will be 1 by alpha. That is the meaning of reciprocal. So based on that, what is given? The given equation is the given equation is f of x. What is f of x, friends? F of x is given as what? F of x is given as x to the power of 4 minus 3x cube plus 7x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. So the required equation is what, friends? The required equation is f of 1 by x is equal to 0. F of 1 by x is equal to 0. Okay, this is the required equation. So if I substitute the value wherever x is there, I should put 1 by x. So instead of x, I should put 1 by x to the power of 4, 3, 1 by x to the power of 3, 7, 1 by x to the power of 2 plus 5 into 1 by x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this will become, what will this become, friends? So 1 by x to the power of 4 minus 3 into 1 by x cube plus 7 into 7 by x square, or I can write it as 7 into 1 by x square or 7 by x square plus 5 by x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we have to take the LCM. Here the LCM is nothing but x to the power of 4. See, friends, in such terms, the LCM will always be the term which is having the highest power. Here x to the power of 4. So here you will get 1 minus x cube, this only 1, x will be left, 3x, okay, plus 7x square, okay, x and x cancel, so it will be x cube, 5x cube minus 2 times x to the power of 4 is equal to, let me write it here, this will be equal to 0. So we will get this as this, when it goes there it will become equal to 0. So finally the required equation is minus 2x to the power of 4, okay, plus 5x cube plus 7x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the required equation. This is the required equation, friends, when it is reciprocal. When it is reciprocal. Or you can change the negative sign. You multiply throughout the equation by minus, you will get it as 2x to the power of 4 minus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means what? Wherever minus is there, it will become plus. Wherever plus is there, it will become minus. That's all. This you can write, keep it here, or you can keep it here itself. No problem. Okay. Okay. Form the polynomial equation of the lowest degree with roots as 2 plus or minus root 3, 1 plus or minus 2i. So how to solve this? They have given 4 roots, plus or minus is given, plus or minus is given. So let us take alpha as 2 plus root 3 and beta as 2 minus root 3. Similarly, let us take gamma as 1 plus 2i. This is complex number, be careful. And delta as how much? 1 minus 2i. Now product of the roots. How do we find the product of the roots? Alpha beta. Alpha beta is equal to what? Alpha beta is equal to 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. So this is what? A plus b into a minus b. So alpha beta will be equal to what? A square plus b square. This a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So this will be 2 square minus root 3 whole square. So that will be equal to what, friends? 4 minus root 3 square is 3 itself. 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. So the alpha beta will be equal to 1. What about sum of the roots? It is alpha plus beta will be equal to what, friends? Alpha plus beta will be equal to 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3 plus root 3 minus root 3 cancels. So alpha plus beta will be equal to 4. Alpha plus beta will be equal to 4. Alpha beta will be equal to 1. Similarly, we will do it here. What is beta gamma? Beta gamma is nothing but 1 plus 2i into 1 minus 2i. So this is also a plus b into a minus b. We will get it as a square minus b square. That is 1 square minus 2i square. So I square, the value you know that it is minus 1. So this will become what, friends? 1 plus 4. That's it. I square it is minus 1, minus into minus is plus, so 1 plus 4 that is equal to 5. So gamma delta will be equal to 5. So what about sum of the roots here? Sum of the roots, that is gamma plus delta will be equal to 1 plus 2i plus 1 minus 2i. So you have to add real part with real part, imaginary part with imaginary part. Imaginary part plus 2i minus 2i can cancel. 1 plus 1 is 2. So gamma plus delta, I got it as 1 plus 1, that is 2. So the required polynomial equation is the required equation. I can write it as the required equation is given by I can write it as x square minus alpha plus beta x, okay, plus alpha beta, okay, this into x square minus gamma plus delta x. This is how it comes. Be careful. This is how it comes. Gamma plus delta x plus gamma delta. So okay. So you substitute the values. Alpha plus beta is got 4. X square minus 4x plus alpha plus beta is what? Alpha plus beta, here we got it as what? Alpha plus beta we got it as 1 plus 1 into x square, not alpha plus beta, this is alpha beta is equal to 1. Now x square minus gamma plus delta. Gamma plus delta is what, friends? Gamma plus delta is 2x plus gamma delta is what? Gamma delta is product, that is it is plus 5. Okay, this is the required equation. This will be equal to 0. So you can either keep it like this or further you can multiply. Let us multiply this. Okay, x square into x square is x to the power of 4. Okay, minus 2x cube, okay, plus 5x square, this is minus 4x cube, plus 4 to the 8, 8x square, minus 4, plus 5, minus 20, minus 20x, plus 1 into this, plus x square minus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. This is what we got, friends. Now let us simplify. X to the power of 4 is there, let us keep it as it is. X cube, wherever x cube is there, x cube, minus 4, minus 6, minus 6 x cube, x square. So x square is here, x square is here, x square is here. So 5x square plus 8x square, 13x square plus 1x square, that is plus 14x square. What about x? Here is x is there, minus 20x, minus 2x. This will be minus 22x, okay. Where is the constant term? The constant term is here, that is plus 5 will be equal to 0. Plus 5 will be equal to 0. This is the required equation, friends. So that is how we got it. First you have to find alpha plus beta, then alpha beta, then you find alpha gamma plus delta, then you find gamma delta, then you combine them, you will get the required equation. That's it. Now next question, last question for the session. Find the algebraic equation whose roots are 2 times the roots of the equation. That is, they are telling, suppose this is f of x. Okay, f of x is given by x to the power of 5, 2x square, 2x to the power of 4, 3x cube, minus 2x square, plus 4x, plus 3. Okay, they are asking find the algebraic equation whose roots are 2 times the roots of this. Okay, for suppose the root of this is 1, the root of that equation will be 2 times, that is 2. So the required equation is what? Suppose this is, that is 2 times, the required equation will be f of x by 2. Okay, this f of, suppose this if I write it as p of x is equal to f of 2x, then if I want f of x, I have to find what? P of x by 2, just like that. Okay, so here I am finding f of x by 2. Instead of p, I have taken f itself. That's what we have to find out. So we have to find f of x by 2. The required equation is the required equation. Very simple friends, the required equation is f of x by 2 is equal to 0. So wherever x is there, what you should do? You should write x by 2. So this will become equal to, wherever x is there, x by 2 to the power of 5, 2 into minus 2 into x by 2 to the power of 4 plus 3 into x by 2 to the power of 3 minus 2 into x by 2 to the power of 2 plus 4 into x by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. Wherever x is there, make it x by 2, that's it. So this will become x to the power of 5 by 2 to the power of 5. 2 to the power of 5 is what, friends? 32. Minus this is 2 into x to the power of 4 by 2 to the power of 6. 2 to the power of 4 is 16, friends. Like you know, simple. Plus 3 into x cube by 2 cube is what? 2 cube is 8. Minus 2 into x square by 2 square is 4. Okay, by 2 square is 4 plus this I can write it as, let us keep it as it is, 4x by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. Here LCM is what, friends? Here LCM is 32. Here LCM is 32. If we take LCM as 32, this will be x to the power of 5 minus 16 2s. So this will be 4 x to the power of 4 plus 8 4s. 4 3s are 12x cube. It will be 4 8s. 8 2s are 16 x square plus 2 into 16. 16 4s are 64x plus, here nothing is there means it is 1. 1 into 32. 32 into 3 is what? 32 into 3 is what? 30 into 3 is 90. 2 into 3 is 6 plus 96 is equal to 0. So this equation will become x 32, if you send it there, it will become 0. X to the power of 5 minus 4 x to the power of 4 plus 12x cube minus 16x square plus 64x plus 96 is equal to 0. This is how you solve this question, friends. This is how you solve this question. Wherever x is there, replace it by what? X by 2. 2 times. If it is 3 times means x by 3. If it is 4 times means x by 4. If it is n times means x by n. That's it. Okay. If it is n times means x by n. So we got it as this equation. Okay. So that's all, friends. So that's it about theory of equations when it comes to very short answer questions. Okay. We have covered all the type of questions from the PYQs. So let's meet tomorrow in another session with another chapter. We will be doing the very short answer questions. Thank you so much. Take care.